Ever since Buddha's betrayal, the original layout of the tournament has changed quite a bit, with new fighters and other elements to discuss. Thus, my predictions have changed quite a bit. Today, I'm going over the future fights in Ragnarok while clarifying certain things regarding the tournament. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Ragnarok content like this. Also for my Twitter for high five. Now, let's begin. Let's first go over the updated human fighters list. Of course, the ones that already fought: Lubu, Adam, Sasaki, Jack, Raiden, Buddha, who portrayed the god to represent humanity, and King Shi Huang, who's currently fighting in round 7 at the recording of today's video. Then the humans who are yet to have their fights: Leonidas, Tesla, Rasputin, Okita Tsuji, Nostradamus, Simo, and Kintoki. Now onto the gods. We have Thor, Zeus, Poseidon, Hercules, Shiva, Bishamonten, who was the lead lucky god, who fused with the other lucky gods to release Zero, and Hajun was inside Zero, so these three count as one. Hades, who replaced Buddha's spot on the gods list and is currently fighting King Shi Huang. And then the gods left to fight: Loki, Apollo, Susanoo, Anubis, Odin, and Beelzebub. Putting both teams side by side, you see one clear issue: the humans have one extra fighter. Thus, the story can go two ways. They add one extra god or they remove one human. My personal want and opinion is they're going to add one extra god, so I'll talk about that later on, but yeah, this is the current fighters list. Round 7 I believe is going to go to Hades, as such the gods will be in the lead 4-3. Now let's talk about my predictions for the later rounds. Round 8 I believe is going to be Okita Tsuji vs Loki. Okita was introduced before his fight, one of the only humans to actually do so, and Loki has been around since around the start, so two characters who have seen quite a bit of before their actual fight. They also participated in the team battle that was going to occur, Team Loki versus Team Buddha, so it makes sense. They've already kind of clashed somewhat, so Okita versus Loki does make a lot of sense. They're smaller characters who will most likely more so rely on speed and trickery, stuff like that, so I think that will be a good battle. But the winner for this one I do believe is going to go to Loki, giving the gods a 2-point lead over humanity, making it very shocking. Then coming into round 9 we're going to have Simo vs Apollo, the sniper slash range battle. With this fight I think is going to go to Simo. Regardless of having faith that Simo is going to be an absolute beast, my prediction is that Hades is going to win for the Greek gods in round 7. As such, the remaining Greek god Apollo I do believe is going to lose. So the Greek god winners will be Hades and Zeus, and the losers will be Apollo and Poseidon, unless another Greek god is added for the extra spot, but I'll talk about that shortly. So round 9 goes to humanity, so the gods have a 1-point lead. Then round 10 will be Rasputin versus Anubis. As many of you already know, Rasputin is my personal most anticipated fighter. Thus I think and want him to win round 10 in Ragnarok. I do think this fight is going to be pretty crazy. Of course, I would prefer it to come in round 8 rather sooner than later, but still round 10 I think is pretty solid, and this will tie up the scores of humanity versus the gods of 5-5. Round 11 I believe is going to be Kintoki vs Beelzebub, with the winner being Beelzebub. My main reasoning for this is I do believe Ragnarok's manga will continue after the tournament, as you'll see my personal theory on the conclusion, seeing that Beelzebub may have quite a bit of importance outside of the tournament and maybe up to something else that will be explored later on in the series. As such, I do think he's going to win his fight, and I do find it weird that he's actually on the gods fighting list, with the other gods not really trusting him whatsoever. This may be due to his overwhelming power or certain knowledge he has where he could kinda bring down the gods, so they have to listen to him regardless. And we kinda did see him flex on Odin quite a bit, which of course is very impressive. Regardless of him winning round 11, I think he'll be important for other events. The score currently is 5 wins to humanity and 6 wins to the god. Round 12 I believe is going to be Nostradamus versus the mystery god, which will be revealed later. Nostradamus recently got revealed, and he's described as humanity's wild card, having destroyed the Bifrost in the past alone or somewhat cracked it, which may lead a lot of people to think Odin could potentially fight him, and Odin's connection to Brynhilde, him being the wild card, would kind of explain this matchup, apart from Odin being a chief god and the Bifrost connecting strongly to the chief gods. But I don't think that will be the case. My theory is that Brynhilde will send out Nostradamus in round 12 to kinda bait out Odin, with Brynhilde believing that Nostradamus can defeat Odin. However, this is where the gods will send out the mystery god, who of course shocks everyone, and the mystery god, I'm not too sure who it's going to be. It could be someone like Hermes, but that will be kinda silly considering the sheer amount of Greek gods already in the tournament. So I believe the god that's going to fight Nostradamus is going to be someone selected by Odin, with Odin kinda outplaying Brynhilde in this scenario. The thinking behind selecting Nostradamus for round 12 from Brynhilde's perspective is that humanity is currently down 1 win and they really do need another win, but they also have Odin out there, and Nostradamus, I do believe, is the one Brynhilde believes can defeat Odin, the wild card emphasis, everything like that. However, Odin not taking the bait, sending someone else out to fight Nostradamus will kind of mess up her plan. This mystery god may be a counter to Nostradamus, but I do think he will take the win for round 12, making the scores 6-6 yet again. Odin outplayed Brynhilde, but the scores are tied regardless. Now on to round 13. This is going to be pretty surprising for a lot of people, but I think it's going to be Tesla versus Susanoo, and the fight is going to be a draw. I believe as a fighter, considering everything, Susanoo will be stronger, but Tesla's big brain energy paired with absolute mad lad energy will cause him to force a draw with a double kill. The basis of the rules that we've seen so far is that the winner is the one who kills his opponent. So if they both die in the battle, it should be a draw, and this will kind of fix the whole issue with there being 14 rounds and the possibility that the whole tournament would end in a draw. As such, it's still 6-6 with 1 draw. Now onto the final round, which is King Leonidas versus Odin, with my opinion, my theory being King Leonidas using 2 Valkyries, one for his shield and the other for his spear. This works as Buddha's betrayal of the gods means there's a free Valkyrie. As such, 2 Valkyries for the final fighter will be pretty badass, and facing someone like Odin, the only remaining chief god on the gods list, and someone who also uses a spear in mythology, I believe. As such, Leonidas defeats Odin and humanity wins Ragnarok. That is my theory and my predictions currently at the recording of today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Quite a wild theory. I think if this was the way it played out, it could be very hype. Tesla's draw would come out of nowhere. Nostradamus versus Mystery God. Heavy emphasis on mind games between Brynhilde and Odin, the crazy fights of Rasputin, Okita Tsuji, etc. So yeah, let me know your predictions of the fights down below. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, join the Discord if you want to talk more about Record of Ragnarok greatness. Follow my Twitter, and as always, shout out to these people who support the channel via the Patreon. Absolute mad lads. But yep, that's it guys. Peace.